Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you a couple of potential fixes um, that might help you resolve any crashing or errors that you are experiencing with Warzone or just Call of Duty in general. So I'm just going to start this one off right away. The first thing you're going to want to check is if everything is up to date. It's a pretty obvious one. You just come down to the start menu, type update, check for update. Once the page loads, just click the check for update button. It'll take a second. Mine is up to date, but if you have one, go ahead and let that install, restart your computer. That's tip number one. That's a very obvious one. Tip number two, you're going to want to come to your File Explorer. You can either access it if you have it pinned to your taskbar, or you can click on Start menu and type File. It'll be the first one, File Explorer. Once you're on the File Explorer page, you're going to want to click on this PC, and then we're going to locate where it says local disk C, and you want to right click that, go down to properties, and from this little page here you're going to want to click on disk cleanup. I've already done this, so it's not going to clean up really anything at all, but in the past I've had anywhere from 10 to 30 gigabytes worth of just junk I had on my computer that could be potentially slowing it down and interfering with any games. So just make sure you check all the boxes off. Hit OK. It'll ask you if you want to permanently delete them. That's yes. Give it a second. Depending on how much information to delete, it'll take X amount of time. So that's tip number two you can try. Tip number three, this one is a little bit more time consuming, so might want to do this whenever you have a little bit of free time. What you're going to want to do is come to Device Manager. I got to here by just searching for it down there in the bottom left. Device Manager. Before we get started on updating the drivers, you're going to want to come up here to where it says View and go down, and we're going to check Show Hidden Devices. So just click that one time. You'll see that it's checked. And from here, you're going to want to click on every single drop down, all these little arrows here, and what you're going to want to do is right click each and every single one, update driver, and then search automatically for the drivers. So I've already done this recently, so all of my drivers should be up to date. The reason why I say this one can be time consuming is because some of these drop downs have a lot of drivers that potentially need to be updated. So just make sure you spare a little bit of time, get through that one. This is a really big important one. I think this one actually might have fixed my crashing and freezing, because there was some I think in system devices that I updated. Once I updated them, I wasn't experiencing any crashing, but it could be a number of other things that I did, including this next one, which we're going to want to go to the command line. So just click on the start menu, type CMD, and before you run it, you want to right click it and run it as administrator. So that's pretty important. Click yes. From this command line, you're going to want to just type SFC space / scan now. Basically what this is going to do, it's going to run through your Windows files, and it's going to potentially repair or rebuild any missing or corrupt files that could be potentially interfering with the way your machine, the way your computer works and operates, especially when you have a game like Call of Duty running. So that's going to be the next one. That one can take a little bit of time as well. It runs, it's a percentage thing, so it'll run from 0 to 100, and it could take anywhere from like 10 to like up to, in some cases, like an hour. So just make sure you keep an eye out on that one. The next step you're going to want to try is we're going to want to open up Call of Duty. I'm sure you guys have seen this one as well, but I'm just going to throw everything that I know out here in the video, just in case. This game always has an update every time I open it, of course, so I'm just going to wait for that to update really quick. I'll just edit this out probably. Cool, so once you have your game open up here in Blizzard, down on where it says Partner Games or wherever you have it stored, just click on it. You're going to want to, before you hit play actually, we're going to go to Options, Game Settings, and then from the menu on the left, we're going to click Game Settings again, and you're going to want to check this box. It's probably going to be unchecked for you, so check it, and then put this exactly as it appears in your box as well. So it's going to be dash D3D11, hit done, and then we're going to go back to options, and you're going to want to do scan and repair. So basically that's just going to run through all of your Call of Duty files that are stored on the computer. It's going to rebuild or repair any corrupt or any missing files, just like the one on the command line, but this one's just for Call of Duty files. So once you get that one done, go ahead and hit play. And once that is launching, we're going to give it just a second, and we're going to go down to the taskbar, right click, go to Task Manager. So we got to give it a second. Cool. So we have Call of Duty here. You'll see it pop up. If it shows up like this when you go to the Task Manager, you can either access it here or just hit More Details. It's going to be in the Processes tab. Make sure it's highlighted, or just right click it, and you're going to want to go to where it says Go to Details. Once we're here, it should automatically highlight Modern Warfare. So right click it one more time, go to Set Priority, and for some reason it always sets itself to high on start. So you're going to want to go ahead and just switch it to normal. You never want it on anything else other than normal, because it can cause a lot of problems, a lot of crashes. Another thing you can try, since Call of Duty is a CPU intensive game, you can download, I'll put the link in the description, this process Lasso. Basically what it does is it helps your CPU handle data. So whenever Call of Duty is up, or any other game for that matter, it's just going to help Call of Duty transfer the data from the CPU, so that way the game runs more smooth and you're not getting any crashing. Or what happened for me a lot was the freezing. My game would just freeze a lot. There is something in here that you want to modify. So once you have it installed, I'm going to show you a couple things that you can change, so that way it'll give you an even better performance even though you're already using the software. So once you have it opened up and Call of Duty running, you have to have Call of Duty running in order for it to happen. So you're going to click Active Process. So you're going to want to right click. From here we're going to go to Priority Class, Current, set it to Normal, and then the Always part we're going to set to Normal as well. I induced a performance mode, so that way it just gives the Call of Duty more of a priority whenever you're playing, so that way it just gives you an even better performance boost when the game's open and you're playing it. So go ahead and set those settings to that, and just keep it open but minimize it. And for a final tip, this one seemed to have done it. This seemed to have fixed it for a lot of people. So what you're going to want to do is you can either do Windows key R. It's going to pull up the run box. If that's not working for a reason, you can just search it in the start menu. Just type run, hit enter, or click on it, and you want to type msconfig, just like that, msconfig, and then hit OK. It's going to pull up a system configuration page, and you're going to want to change the tab to services. This next step is really important. You're going to want to click this box down here where it says hide all Microsoft applications, because we're going to be disabling some things. So you don't want to disable any Microsoft services, because that can be bad. So make sure you check that box, and from here it's just going to show a little page of any third-party services that are running or that have ran in the past. And what you're going to want to do is disable all of them. This one was a little weird for me because there was, like, you know, NVIDIA stuff in here, so I don't know. It just seemed to have done the fix. Computers are weird sometimes, but whatever. So once you disable all of them, hit apply, hit OK. I'm not going to do it now, but once you do that, another little box will pop up asking you to restart your computer in order for the changes to be applied. So go ahead and restart the computer. Once it's back up, depending on what kind of like mouse, keyboard, whatever type of hardware you have plugged into your computer, you might get certain things pop up asking you to run them. You can just close it down. If you guys don't get that, just disregard what I'm saying. It's just wanting to run the service because it was disabled. So if any of these tips or any of these tools seem to have worked for you or seem to not have worked, please feel free to let me know in the comments, just so that way I can get a better understanding of you know, what works or what doesn't work. If you guys have any tips that you know work, please feel free to leave them in the comments as well so other people can see them, or so I can see them. Maybe I can make another video if I get, you know, enough in there that weren't, that I didn't include. So again, please let me know if they work. Feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know how it goes, and you guys stay safe out there. Take it easy.